zamuni yangu, sasa kupokea, napokea kwako. But what am I pokearing? Well, that is the story we are going to do next. Let me give you a little tip. So someone will ask you, Guy, ati uko that na hujaolewa. I've disclosed enough about what you're going to talk about. Well, I'm also tempted to tell you. Unajua pia ni maisha yangu. But anyway, our guest today is going to share with us about her story, about at what age she got married and what troubles she had to go through, but did that stop her from living her life? Yes, this is the Wiser and Brave Show, your women show where we interact woman to woman, we build each other, we celebrate each other, we lift each other up. And guess what? We are not scared to show our scars because they're not just scars, they are our healing marks. And I'm your host, Njeri. Yes, karibu sana. Welcome to the show today. Today I am hosting Mary, and I'm going to allow her to officially introduce herself and tell us more about herself. Mary, welcome to the show.
Wow, thank you so much.
Yes.
I'm so humbled,
Yes.
and I'm so happy to be here this evening in this show.
Yeah.
And I want to take this opportunity to thank you. And I want to thank God above all, because I've realized that you don't meet anybody in this world for nothing. God always has a reason why you meet whoever you meet in your daily walk.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I met you, where we met and how we have served God, then here today we are in your show.
Yes.
So never take anybody for granted in life.
Yeah.
Never take anybody for granted. You never know what is in store for you in the future.
Wow.
So
that's what bishops do. They forget to introduce themselves. They start preaching.
yes, it is in the blood.
Yeah.
So my name is Mary Ochaka.
Okay.
Now Mrs. Kasanda, Kasanda Richard.
Yes.
And I come from a family of around 9. We were 9 before, so 3 went to be with the Lord, who are oldest. Then it was me now, who was also supposed to be going to be with the Lord, but somehow God rescued me.
Okay.
Yes, I got sick in the process, and it was like I was going. The doctors could not see what was taking me, but I was going.
You are going.
Yeah.
But you were
Anyway,
not ready to go
yes,
anyway.
I was going. But somehow God just had to bring me back for the sake of his assignment and purpose here on earth.
Yeah.
I went to school as usual, and primary, Dr. Kraft Primary. I went to secondary, Nyamonye Girls Secondary. After that, I went to college here and there. I did some 1, 2, 3 things, and life began. Life began. So when life began, I was in my father's house. And in my father's house, I was now the oldest. Yes, of all the children that now were left. So
there was an older one that passed
yes,
on?
3. Yes.
The
first 3.
Wow.
Yes, the first 3 passed on.
Okay.
So I was next. Whatever was eating us, whatever was following us, whatever was chasing us. So I was next, but God saved me. Yes. So basically I'm the mother of the remaining 2 girls and 3 boys. So I have quite a task, but God has helped me this far, and I thank God. Now, what I would really love to share, this part of marriage, you know, being a Luo, and then you get to 25, then you go to 30, and your aunties, your uncles are not seeing anybody, any man whistling by the fence. They start wondering, are you normal? Are you normal? Are you keeping the right company? What is happening? Something is not happening. And they are even
you not seeing men in church?
No, are men not seeing me? Who is supposed to see me?
If they can't
see now, you see. Yeah, please try and see. I am telling you. So there came a time when I remember one time one of my aunties from my father's side told me, Mary, you know, I will look for a man for you. Here from Asembo. I come from Asembo, Bondo County. Yes, we are neighboring with Baba somewhere there. So I had to say that, I'm sorry. But yeah, but she told me that, and I was those of, you want to look for a man for me? Really? Really? Is it urgent that I get married? What do you want? Is it the cows? Is it the dowry you are looking for? And if it is the dowries, you have your own children now. Why can't you marry off your own children so that you get the dowry? Leave me alone with my father. If he wants, he will get dowry when it will come. But I was born in a Christian family. My father was a bishop. Yeah, my dad was a bishop. And we were brought up in a very serious Christian setup. And one time I remember it reached a point when the nearest church was Nairobi Calvary Temple from where we stayed. So we had to, like me and my younger brother, we started going to Nairobi Calvary Temple. So my dad tried to pull us and to push us, but we could not. So when he realized we are at least beginning to enter into ministry in Nairobi Calvary Temple, he released us and allowed us to go to Nairobi Calvary Temple, where I served for like 6 years after college. Yes, I was a receptionist there. I was a worship leader there for those 6 years. But let me tell you, in this life, there are things that happen that at times you don't really understand. Because during that time, we were very serious Christians. We used to go to mountains to pray. We used to go, Katoloni, we used to stay there. It was like our home, you know. So there was a time we had a group called Ezra Team that we were praying with. And I remember now that it was prophesied to me that you will get married to a bishop and you will have a good family and ministry. And I said, amen, as usual. And or you say, I receive, like people say nowadays, I receive. Yes, so after quite some time, I started hearing stories from different people, married and unmarried, about marriage. Then I came to realize that
not for me.
Particularly marriage with the bishops, pastors,
not me.
It reached a point that I had to say, I used to confess and say, I better get married to a drunkard than to a pastor, a bishop.
Man of God.
I said, no, not me.
Not my
not in this life. Not in this life. So, believe you me, what I can say is that what you wish for and what you confess, God at times allows to give you.
Because our words are creative.
God gives it to you, allows you. Hiyo ndio part unataka kwenda. What God is seeing there for you, you choose something else and you insist on it. When you insist on something, God allows it. A permissive will, the permissive will of God takes part in your life. Because I remember I bumped into a drunkard. I bumped into a drunkard. And somehow I used to wonder how people could say that if you are a saved person, a Christian, and you meet a non-Christian, the non-Christian has power, has power over you, has power over you, has power over Christianity that you profess and you live. I could not understand, but it happened to me. So when it happened, I had to follow this guy to Huruma Estate. Yes, Huruma Estate. Now, when I followed him to Huruma Estate, basically what really pushed me to do that, I lived with my stepmother because my mother died when I was around 2 years old in an accident, a road accident. So I could see it was not a conducive environment. Yes, it reached a point you even look like you are co-wives in the same house, you know. So I just said, when I got this man and he tried
that
to
was your
show
escape route.
Yes. And I went for it like nobody's business. And do you know what? When I went there, that man only had a bed. Only a bed. And I went. It was better for me than staying in my father's house.
That was more heaven than where you came from.
I'm telling you. So I went and I lived there with him. This man could drink. Drinking from morning till evening. When he is coming back to the house, you can hear him as far as almost 100 meters or 200 meters, very far. You can hear him from a kilometer away shouting and coming. So God gave me a drunkard, and life was not good. Sure, it was not good, but I don't understand this thing of us women. When umeamua, umeamua. Yes, umeamua, umeamua. Even when somebody comes and tries to tell you, what are you doing with this man? You are those of, leave me alone. Leave me alone. It is my life. Leave me alone. So I stayed with this man for around 4 years. 4 years. He could come back drunk with no food, no money. Come back drunk with injuries everywhere. Injuries. At times I could be called and I go pick him from where he has fallen down. I go pick him and I bring him to the house. So we struggled until one day when it reached a point and I said enough is enough. When I said enough is enough and left him, do you know what happened?
No.
I was leaving him for another drunkard.
Okay.
Who looked like as if he,
a more sober drunkard.
No, a more sober, my God. A more sober drunkard, you can imagine. So this more sober drunkard, at least he could bring money, to the house. He could bring food to the house. But life was not good. It was not good. And it cannot be good.
It's not what you
It is not, and it is not what God wants for me. So it cannot be good. So I struggled and I struggled. Now, it reached a point I had to leave this man. Yes. When the calling, this guy, I stayed with him for 3 years now. When the calling of God is beckoning upon you, it always reaches a time you come back to your senses. Yes, you come back to your senses like the prodigal son came back to his senses after going and doing everything that he did. He had to come back to his senses to remember, I have a father. So I came back to my senses and I said, no, this is not for me. I can even live alone by myself. Let me just leave this and get out of this and start afresh. I went to start afresh. Then I went to Madare. Madare slums. I got like a small aluminium apartment that had nothing. Aluminium apartment, yes. That I'm telling you. And I loved it so much. And it was only 600 shillings, which I could not afford. I had to wash men's clothes, men's shirts, and which men? Drunkards. That they were the best customers because they can't wash. So you wash for them, they give you a 5 bob, a 10 bob, whatever you've washed. Yes, the shirts were going like a 5 bob per shirt. The trouser.
Like these days where you charge by load.
There
you piece by piece.
Yes, piece by piece. So this guy, when I left him, I started living alone. Then one day again we had it is my stepmother who passed away. Then we met as a family. Then everybody, I'm telling you, when people are talking, you have nothing to say. You are not married, you have no child, you have no job, you have no money, so you have no say. Who are you? You have no say. People are talking as if you are not there. I'm telling you. So me, I just went there, and when I arrived there, I had people had been given instructions, make sure you don't give her to handle the funeral money. You know, she has a lot of problems. What? So one of my aunts come and tells me, I told you I wanted to bring your man. You see, now if you could have come here with your man, people could have respected you. Then I said, what? A man? but I've been having men and people have not been respecting me.
Yes,
you didn't. So what are you trying to say? When I reached 34, when I reached 34 years, I said to myself, Mary, now, if it is not now, it is now. It is now. Yes.
It is now
yes,
or now.
it is now or now.
Yeah.
This thing cannot continue like this.
Yeah.
I'm tired of living alone.
Yeah.
So I was thought of God, it is now, it is now. So when it reached the year 2013, the year 2013, we had a meeting, a conference. Then one of the preachers from Zambia came. Then when he was leaving, he had to leave for me T-shirts that were being printed.
Yeah.
They were not finished.
Yeah.
So he left them for me.
Yeah.
When they are ready, I call him so that we know how I will transport them to go to Zambia.
Yeah.
So during that time, when they were ready, this man tells me that I have a friend of mine who have just landed in Nairobi.
Yeah.
Let me talk to him, then I send you his number.
Yeah.
That is when I got the number of the man who is my husband
Your
now.
current husband.
Yes, that is how the number came and landed in my hands.
Yeah.
But as a senior spinster, as a senior spinster, even in the churches where we serve as senior spinsters, it reaches a point that even other women, married women, are afraid of you.
Yes.
Being near.
Think you're a husband's
Yes,
nature, you
being
have
near their
intentions.
men, my God.
Yeah.
It is not a good thing, you know. But I would say, I cannot say it was my strength or my zeal for God or anything. I will just say it was God. It was God who held me. It is God, for the sake of the assignment that was ahead, it is God who made sure that no, I did not fall into any traps. And the traps are there.
Yeah.
Laid before you, white and black, laid,
Yes.
even from married men.
I know.
Yes, they are all around us.
Yeah.
But what happens? It is not easy to be a senior spinster.
Yeah.
You are a suspect everywhere you walk, every office you walk into, you are a suspect. But in my family, it reached a point I could feel very bad, and I really cried a lot. I really cried a lot, because when we could meet as a family, you find that my younger siblings, they have children.
They're married. They're doing far better than you are.
Yes. So here me, I have nothing. I have no husband, I have no child. At times I was even saying, hey God, you could have even given me one with those drunkards. At least I have one.
Yeah.
But God just shut my womb completely. He shut my womb from that. So, you know, when you are meeting the family members, and the children are all over. Some of our nieces and nephews ask questions. Auntie Mary, where's your baby? You know,
And of course they don't mean
they
ill.
don't mean ill.
Yeah.
So it is you who feels, oh my God, how could she
That
ask
question
that?
mark.
Yes, how could she ask me that? Then you just answer and you continue.
Yeah.
But it is not an easy thing. When your family has gone ahead of you, when your family has worked hard, looks like they've worked harder than you,
Yeah.
and they're better than you,
Yeah.
they have things that you don't have.
Yeah.
You're basically begging from them,
Yeah.
from hand to mouth. It is not a good place to be.
Yeah.
It is not a good place to be. Because I remember one time, when I was at my lowest, I went for help somewhere, to ask for help, and that man told me, you are a woman, why don't you do what women do? To earn a living. Do what women do to earn a living. You cannot be asking for handouts like this, and you're a woman, you have everything that any woman has. Then you look at him, you say, God, what? But believe you me, it reached a point in life when I almost did it. It reached a point in life when I said, my God, the only thing that is remaining now, I'm going.
Yes.
If it is Koinange, here I come.
Yeah.
If it is whatever street, here I come.
Yeah.
Because in that environment where I was staying, most of the girls there, that is what they do.
did.
Yes, it is what they do. So you could hear from the aluminium apartment, there is no soundproof. There is no soundproof, my God. So you can easily hear what they are talking about, how they are discussing, how they have come back with their shoppings and cash and everything. Their houses are paid, you know. Then you wonder, and me, I'm just sitting here. Why don't I join them? Yes, I'm the one who is calling the problems to come. So you look at it and you say, my God, no, this is now where I'm going to. But when I had come to that decision of now going to the streets, that is when I became sick. Hallelujah. I became sick. Yes, it does. I became very sick. And when I knew I was going to die. I was living alone in the aluminium apartment, and I knew this is the day that has come for me to go now. But I looked around and I saw there was a number I had written on the wall. It was a number for Apostle Dr. Jicho. So when the neighbors came in hearing me scream in pain, they asked me, who can we call? Then I just pointed, because I could not even speak. I just pointed there and they called him. So luckily enough, he answered the phone and he sent somebody to come. That was my salvation from the point of death. I was taken to hospital, from hospital. They are not seeing anything that is wrong with me.
Your
but I have
are coming back clean.
But I am looking like this one, like a spear. I was looking like this. I'm tall, you know, with this height, and then you are squeezed. so you look very bad. So some people, they even tried the HIV test. They tried everything because they were wondering, what is wrong with what is killing this one? But they found nothing. They found nothing. I just came to realize later that it was a way for God to put me down, so that I can hear him, so that he can redirect my path for his name's sake. Imagine. Wow. I wonder if it was you, what you could have done. It was not an easy road, but I thank God. Yes.
I must say I love your honesty, because it's not every day you'll sit with someone and they tell you, I really have considered doing this. We all want to
look like
appear like church women, like we don't have normal temptations, but we are in a normal body like everyone else. You know? And I just admire that honesty and that for the fact that you had attempted it twice and it failed.
It failed.
But that didn't stop you from leaving. That is such that is such bravery, and you know, it just confirms the title of our show, Wiser and Brave Show. And that is so beautiful. And so now at 34, you have received a number. So what happened between 34 and now?
Now between 34 and now, I'm telling you, between 34 and now, I have decided it is now or never. So between 34 and now, I get this number. I call this number and he's those of, hey Mary, I've been given your number. Then I'm like, yes, even me, I've been given your number. Yes, t-shirts, what, yes, I'm putting them in a bus, take them, then you take them to Zambia. And it ends there. So we start just communicating, hi, how are you? Then he asks me, what do you do? What do you do? You are a minister. What do you do in ministry? What do you do? What is your vision? What is your vision? What is in your heart? So I try to share what is in my heart. Then he asks me, have you written it down? Then I say, no, I've not written it down. Then he says, write it down. I say, how? How do I write it down? Right now, I'm even tired because I don't think it will come back. It will come to pass. You know, the time has gone. Time has gone. So I don't even think it will come to pass. He said, write it down. And I said, I don't know how to write it down. So he sends me his copy of his vision. Then I go through his copy of his vision. Then I see, this is what my vision is. What is this? How come? It is like you have written my vision. Why are you? Yes, to the paper. Yes. So I said, you've written my vision. Then he says, no, that vision, I've been carrying it for a while. And I said, okay. this is it then. Then I said, okay. So from there, we just continue communicating formally. Formally.
Nothing social.
Formally, nothing social, nothing what? Formally. Then we start talking about ministry and missions and what. So anytime he's going to the missions, he comes. At times he asks me to join him. We go for the missions, just like that. Then I bought into the mentorship.
Yeah.
The mentorship part of his vision.
Yeah.
Then I looked at it and I said, mentorship. If I had a mentor, I could not have gone through what I have gone through. I could not have gone that way. Because a mentor is somebody who has gone before, who has gone through what you have gone through, who has gone way past what you are going through, to hold your hand so that you don't go through the same. Even if you are going through it, to make it smoother for you.
To help
yes.
improve the
yes,
process for you.
yes, to make the process easier for you to come through, and also to assure you that you will make it. You will make it. Just come, just go through the process, but you will make it. Don't die in the process. Yes.
Okay.
So I looked at that and I said, wow, this is a good thing. So I encouraged him, why don't we start this in Kenya? Why don't we start this in Kenya? And he said, that's a good idea. I've never thought of that. Then I said, we are going to start it. And we just started with 2 people. It was Pastor Jeff and Pastor Bryson. Yes. And then I had, because I didn't really have the content for it also, I just loved it.
And fell in love with the idea.
So I had to call Apostle Samuel Biayesu from Uganda, who had at least the mentorship in him, to come and now start with us. So we started, me, Pastor Bryson and Pastor Jeff in the office. That was the first class we had. So we did that, then others joined. And from there, one thing has been leading to another. One thing has been leading to another. We got to know each other much better. We got to talk, and even I got to take him to my family and introduced him to my family.
Well, I don't mean to be a party pooper. Story imeanza kuchacha. So this is where we are taking our break. And because I want you to watch to the very end. So you have to come back for, the continuation of this story, because it's like kameanza kushika, and we love this. There is hope. At the end of the day, there is hope. There's something that just has to work. So yes, we are taking a very short, quick break, and don't go away, because we'll be back just like that. And we are back, yes, and I've put back my earring, just in case you're wondering. So here we are hosting Mary, who's talking to us about her marital journey, which is comparing her details and being a church girl. It's not such a churchy thing, but it's a real story. And here we do real and we do brave. So Mary, before we get to taking Mr. Husband to your people, did you ever suspect that he wants something? Did he ever show interest, or ulimsuspect mahali unaona hapana isi ministry peke?
No.
Really?
Imagine, no.
Okay.
No, because to me, I think at that time I really needed a father figure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is what I needed. I needed somebody who understands me, somebody who wants the best out of me, somebody who is showing me things can work.
Yeah.
Somebody who is telling me you still have something in you.
Yeah.
That God is just waiting for you to locate it and start working on it.
Just like it says, a living dog is better than a dead lion.
Than a dead one. So, to me, he was a father figure.
Okay.
All through.
Yeah.
I could look at him and could find.
So you did not even
peace.
suspect that he was ever interested.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
It took me time because since I knew him, that was 2013.
Yes.
Yes. Since I knew him in 2013, March 17th, I even remember the date.
Yeah.
Yeah, March 17th. So it was mentorship, it was missions.
Yeah.
It was a journey of self-discovery.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
because our vision, the vision in our mentorship is helping individuals to discover who they are, discover their gifts, and we help them to develop it and also to how to distribute it to the world. Because the Bible says creation awaits for the manifestations of the children of God. So you cannot manifest what you've not discovered. Yes. So it was a journey of discovery. It was simply a journey of, there was no telltale signs, nothing, nothing at all. Yeah, until when, I think in late 2017, late 2017 is when the tone started changing.
I love that.
Yeah, the tone started changing, and I was those of, wow, my God, what is this? And I was those of,
for a fact.
yes.
Come on now.
Then I'm looking and I'm saying, my God, okay. And I'm feeling this peace in my heart. I'm feeling this peace, I'm feeling this. When I was around him, I could just feel I have arrived, you know. I have arrived, everything is sorted, even if nothing is sorted. Everything is just sorted.
You already love before you
I'm telling you, yes. So I could not understand it was love issues, you know. So when he started at least throwing one, throwing two here and there, then I said, okay, this is what has been happening. Yes. So this is what we have built as we were progressing. Time. Yes. So I was those of, oh my God, hey, how will I start? How will it be? He's a foreigner. How will it be? Hey, he will be coming and going. How
and
will this happen?
How do I even know?
Yes, all those things are coming. How will I know? Who do I call? Who do I know there?
I don't even know his friends.
Who do I call there? Who do I ask? 1, 2, 3. So all those things are there. I'm battling with them. Then it reached a point. He just asked me if we can relate.
Wow, okay.
Then I said, okay. Of course, I asked some 1, 2, 3 questions.
For your security.
Yes, for my security and for the sake of my heart.
The peace of
my
your
small heart. Yes. So I asked some few questions and he answered, of course. So I said to myself, okay, we can try. Let's try and see what happens. You know, and then I also remembered, there were those days I could have said, let me go and pray. Yes, I'm telling you.
I've been praying. I don't need to go pray.
My God.
Now it's time to tell.
This is time now. It is now or not now. Yes. So I was just no prayer here. God, you have brought it, and now let's see where you are going to take us. So we just started. It was not very serious. We could, and you could just come, maybe pass by Kenya for a week or two. Is when he's around Kenya, and then he goes. Then he goes. So like in a year, I could see him 2 times or 3 times in a year. So when it started getting deep into my heart, you know, us women, when we now surrender all, when we surrender all, we really do. So when I surrendered all, then I started feeling the pinch. I started seeing this long distance is not good. It is not good. Because those of you reach a point, then you wonder, I called him today, he did not call back.
He didn't text back. He wasn't even curious as to why.
My God, is this a joke now? Hizi ndo zile nimekuwa nikisoma kwa Nation. I'm telling you. So I was those of, okay. So this is, I cannot take it. I cannot take it. So I wait for him when he will try to call. I could rain. Yes, I could rain everything on him and tell him, how dare you? You think there are no men in Kenya? How dare you? I call you, you don't pick, you don't call back. A day has gone. The next day, how did you sleep? Me, I didn't sleep. Me, I didn't sleep. I kept checking the phone. I kept walking around the house. How did you sleep? And he says he slept well. Then you are also, you slept well. Hey, Jehovah. you feel like crying and dying at the same time. So I used to cry a lot, you know. Long distance is not an easy thing.
No,
you
it's
know.
not.
You are already a senior spinster.
Yeah.
Then somebody wants to give you a long distance
Yes,
relationship,
yes.
which you look at it, you don't see light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Yes. So you wonder, is this thing really going to work?
Yeah.
For me, I don't think so. So you at times you drop out, you drop in, you drop out, you go back in, you know, you drop out of the relationship, you go back in the next day.
Yeah.
Today you are those of, I don't want this. Wacha iishe, please delete my number. Me, I cannot go on like this.
Yes.
Please let me just live alone. I was even better alone,
Yes.
with no person in my mind. Please leave me. Then you even delete the number. You block. After you block it. I'm telling you. When it reaches after 2, 3, 4 days, you feel, with him. My God, this man, he will wait for you. He is not those of that will be, honey, you are not, are you okay, honey? Because you are the one who has decided to keep quiet and to stop. He will relax and wait for you. He says, where you left me, you will find me there. You will come and pick me from there. So you are those of, this man is not even sending any message today. And you are the one who has blocked him, but you want him to send a message to try. Yes, to try, to try and call so that you see at least he's trying. So he's serious. He goes quiet. A week ends, then you say, my God, let me unblock. You unblock. Then you say, hi. Then he comes, oh, hi, baby, how are you? As if nothing happened. As if nothing happened. So you are also, okay. Then you are the one to start. You know, that day you really annoyed me. You really annoyed me. Then he says, okay, so now you have relaxed. Can we talk about it? And I say, yes. You say everything. I say everything I want to say. I want to say. Then when I finish, he says, now this is what happened. You could have just asked me nicely. I could have explained it. You didn't have to shut me off. You didn't have to go into voicemail. He says, he calls it voicemail. You didn't have. He reached a point and said, Kenya Power went off. It is calling me Kenya Power. Kenya Power goes off for 1 week, then comes back. So, it is not an easy thing. Yeah. Being a senior spinster for all that long, then when you think that you found the man, or the man has found you, he starts again. It's is a long distance.
It's more thorns than
more
roses.
Thorns than roses. I'm telling you, a rose you see it from afar, but more are the thorns. So I looked at it and I said, this is going to be hard. Very hard.
At least you accepted the fact that it wasn't going to be easy.
Yes, it is going to be very hard. So he tried his best. He tried his best to come with his friends, with even his spiritual father. He came to visit me, and he tried to show me that it is serious, more serious than what I think. Yeah. So I looked at it and I said, it looks serious, but still, he's going tomorrow. Yes. The next day he's going. He's flying out. So how serious can it be? So he will be leaving us. So I looked at it and I said, my God, this is how I'm going to live for the rest of my life. It will be coming and going, because that is home. The mother is...
It happened again.
It has happened
Never
again.
mind.
Yes. So the mother is alive. So he has to go back to see mom. Yes. Even if we get married, he has to be going back to see mom. And going from here to Zambia is not also cheap. Yes. It is not a cheap place to go to. Yes. So I looked at all those things and I was, my God, am I going to make it? Is it going to be easy? It is not going to be easy. So the dating, the courting was not easy and was not nice. Okay. Yes.
So you cannot say that you really enjoyed your courtship?
No, it was not nice. Okay. How do you enjoy 2 days in 365 days? Oh, yeah. The other 364 overshadowed the 2 days, you know. Yeah. So it wasn't easy. So when he really became serious, that was when now I knew this is the time. Now he has decided. It was early 2020.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Early 2020, he called me and said, I am coming.
Wow.
Then I said, you are coming. You've been coming and going. So
Yes,
you are coming.
This is not news
Yes,
to me.
you are coming. Welcome. Kenya is big.
Yes.
And we love visitors. Come. So you said, I'm coming for you. I said, you're coming for me? Okay, you will find me.
Why you left
Yes, you will find me. Yeah. So he came. He came and he asked me once to meet my brothers, my sisters. I said, but I've been taking you to them. You've been seeing them.
Yeah.
Yes, greeting them. No, I want to meet them. So I called my brothers and sisters and they sat down. And he said what he wanted to do. Then I said, okay, okay, me, I was just there, okay, okay. You are there and you are not there, you don't also want to be there, lest anything happens, you know.
Yes,
those of you are putting like safety, you are making sure you are protected.
Yeah.
You are trying to protect yourself.
Yeah.
So when he said, I want to meet your spiritual father who has been fathering you all these years, whom you have been serving under all these years. Then there I knew, my heart just went, I knew now it has come. The now has come.
Yeah.
So I took him to Apostle Jokai. Apostle Jokai talked to him. And Apostle Jokai was, yes, it is okay.
Yeah.
This is my daughter.
Yeah.
I will give her to you.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
in holy matrimony, and we will do what is needed to be done.
Yeah.
A senior spinster, let me tell you.
Yeah.
In that church, I was not alone as a senior spinster.
Okay.
And I remember when I started now telling people that I'm getting married, telling my sisters in church, my fellow friends in church that I'm getting married. They asked me, you're getting married? For real? I said, what do you mean for real? But you've been getting married every year. All the past years you've been saying it is this year, it is this year, it is this year. You know, people pressure you.
Yeah.
People pressure you with questions,
Yeah.
with expectations.
Yeah.
Once they've seen you with somebody twice or thrice, ni wen, Mary ni wen, Mary ni wen, Mary ni wen, Mary ni wen. So it reaches a time you start saying, yes, need this year.
Yeah.
Need this year. When you have said this year, at least they leave you waiting for the year to end.
Yeah.
The year ends again, another year comes. It is this year. This year aishi, hii mwaka aishi. But it is just the pressure that people are giving you, you know. I've come to realize that the pressure that you get from people can make you get into very bad decisions.
Yeah, rush into
Very,
immature decisions.
Yes. Because when I look back, I see God really loved me. And when I look back, I see that God really loved this man.
Yeah.
And when I look back, I see God really loved other people that I'm yet to meet.
Yes.
I'm yet to meet. That is why he allowed me to go through this.
Yeah.
Because where I am now, after the wedding, let me go back. Last year when COVID struck this country.
Wait, now that he becomes serious
Very
beginning
serious.
of 2020.
Yes, then COVID comes in March.
Tell me
So
about
when it comes in March, when now we are being told stay home, then he's locked in.
In here or
in
Zambia?
Kenya.
Okay.
He's locked in Kenya, so he cannot go back. So we have to be going to see him, making sure he's eating, he has everything in his hotel. He was in Buruburu Gym Liza. So that time, people were suffering. People were suffering. Then I just called him and I told him, there is a friend of mine we schooled together in Dr. Craft. His name is Musa Otieno, a former captain of Harambee Stars. I have seen he's in Dr. Craft and he's feeding the community food. as Kingdom Life Mentorship Institute, can we take something at least? Can we go and donate something? Then he said, yes, that is a good idea. So being a Kenyan, I was the one to look for the food and look for people who could donate towards that. We did that, and we went with Pastor Bryson also. So we went there and we introduced ourselves. Musa Otieno remembered me. We spoke, we shared 1, 2, 3 things. He shared his vision as Kickoff to Hope. We shared our vision as Kingdom Life Mentorship Institute. Then Musa Otieno tells us, by the way, you are the right people I've been waiting for. Then we ask, what do you mean? Since this COVID pandemic season, there are a very big group of women that have been coming here every day early in the morning at 5 a.m. for fitness. So I've been helping them to keep fit. And I've been also trying to preach to them and to pray for them. But now you have come, I'm giving them to you.
That docket is yours now.
Yes, I'm giving them to you. So what do? We go back home, look for sneakers, look for tights, now start coming for the fitness in the morning. So we come to the fitness in the morning. After the fitness, we gather them around with the bishop who shares a word, and I also speak to them as a woman to woman. So being a mentorship, we also do empowerment skills. Yeah, we also empower in skills. So I ask them, what would you want to do? Yes, people have been told to stay home, but you cannot just stay home. You cannot just stay home. Your husband is staying home, you are also staying home. Then who will eat? We all want to eat. Who will bring the food to the table? What can you do while you are still staying home? So they came up with different ideas. So we started the tailoring. We started teaching them the tailoring course. We did mat making course, and we did also biblical studies in Christian leadership. We did that. We even did photography and video editing. We did that, and it was just awesome.
Wow.
It was just awesome. Then I realized this relationship is deeper than what I think. Yes, it is deeper than what I think, and God has a greater purpose for this relationship. So that is when I looked back and I said, God always has a purpose. He takes you through the thorns, because you're going to meet others who are also in the thorns. And they need somebody to tell them, even if umegwarwa here, just rub it and continue. Continue, don't stop. Don't say, hey, kuna ingine pale sipiti. Just go ahead, push on and go for it. Yes.
Wow. So, so in 2020 he becomes serious. He's locked here by COVID. So, how is the fire now building up?
Yes, now because he is not going.
Yes,
the fire has to build. The fire has to build up now because he's not leaving. Now we have time. We meet constantly, and we talk constantly, and we avoid fights. Yes, there is no reason for fighting, and COVID is fighting us, so we better be good to each other. We don't join COVID to fight ourselves. So we started during that season. When it reached July, it turned into a church.
Wow.
Everybody was, these things you are teaching us, biblical studies, we want to hear more. We want God. We want to know, this is the only way we can have strength to endure what is going on right now. We need God. Churches were closed. But we started our church during COVID. During the lockdown, that is when Kingdom Life Gate Church International was birthed. Imagine. And how did I start it? I started it like this. What you are doing now. Yes, I told them, women, we go through a lot of things. We need to sit down and talk.
And we have looking to start a church.
No. So I told them, let's have a talk show. Let's have a talk show on Sunday afternoon. Let's have a talk show. Let's come. Let's talk. Let's call Bishop to talk to us, encourage us. Let's ask questions. Yes, let's ask questions and let our questions be answered. Let's share as women. That is how we started. The first Sunday went on nicely. The second one went on nicely. When I ran out of content, I said, now, since we will tell you when next. They said, no, we are coming on Sunday.
That also forced you to also be creative.
You have to be creative. You have to now be alert and know, I thought it was a joke. Here, I must up my game now. I must up my game.
So it was also a challenge that you needed.
And it is still a challenge that I still need. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So that is how the church started. But before we really saw it as a church, we received a prophecy, a prophetic word upon Bishop Richard's life about starting a new thing in Kenya, something that he has never thought of. And it became so clear to us that was the direction God was leading us towards. So we started it like that. Before even doing the wedding, you know. So the wedding imekuja this year, you see. So we started the church, and by God's grace, it is standing. It is standing, and the majority are women. The men that we have there are like five. All the rest are women and girls. And girls. You can imagine. And they are all from that place, that same community. It made me to see how people are suffering in these communities. You know, when you are passing through the estates, you don't really know what is going on inside there. So I looked at that community through the people that God brought to us, and I realized people need help. Women need help. Women need somebody to hold their hands. Women have gone through a lot of things. Women have suffered in this life so much. Because you find in a community, that community, the houses are not so big. They are very squeezed. I think they are those ones that were built during the colonial seasons, you know. So the houses are very squeezed. And you find a whole family is there, grown-up girls who have also given birth to children. They're all there with their parents in the same house. When you go and ask questions, what is happening, you get to hear, my child, the father is in that, comes from that block. My neighbor's child, the same father. So you look at it, you wonder, what is happening in this community? When you look at the boys, you find that they are all drunkards. They have gone into drugs. You look at it and you say, God, this one needs you to come live. Don't even send an angel. We need you to come and save this situation. So I realized when we started the skills empowerment, it really helped them a lot. Yes, it really helped them. They have acquired skills. They have graduated. We've had graduations. They have certificates, verified certificate, certified by BTB University, and they feel like they can live, you know. Yes, you look at them, you see life has come back to their faces, and there is no greater joy than looking at somebody who was down and dying yesterday, now ready to face the world, again, you know, and ready to go forward and to move forward. There is no joy that can match that.
I mean, your story has turned out to be, you know, it has weaved itself together, and I don't think there's anything you would have done to, you know, help the process. I think pieces just fall into place as they wish. And I am so glad, because now listening to your story reminds me of that Swahili methali that's kuvunjika kwa mwiko si mwisho wa upishi. So given what you've gone through, and so at what I just want you to encourage someone. So you meet your to-be husband without knowing him when you're 34. So when are you getting married to him?
Oh my God. We met in 2013.
Yes.
Then 7 years.
And today's, right now we are in 2021.
7 years later, when you have hit 40 and over. When you hit 40 and over, but they say life begins at 40. So I've just begun. I've just begun. So imagine getting married after 40.
After 40.
Even you.
What makes it harder? Is it okay? I've heard you say what makes it harder is especially the pressure. The
pressure.
The people are throwing at you.
People throw pressure, and then people also, when also they've been pressuring you to get married.
Yeah.
When now you want to get married, you found a man.
Yeah.
You want to get married.
Yeah.
They move away from you.
Yeah.
You get what human beings can become. They move away from you. Then you are left wondering, I thought now that this is what you wanted. Now you should be coming, saying hallelujah, yes, and asking me, what do you need? Come on, can we help? So that at least you go and get married.
Yes. You remove the embarrassment from
Tutolea aibu. Tuondolea aibu. Oh my God, it used to be bad.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
It used to be bad. It was not a good experience.
Yeah. Wow.
And I know it is not good for anybody.
Yeah.
But I think also that when you are an empowered woman, when you are an empowered woman, even if you go this far without getting married, without a man, but you are an empowered woman, which means you know who you are.
Yeah.
The problem is when you're going through this season and you don't know yourself. Yes, you've not discovered the potential inside of you. You think that when you get married, this man, where is this man?
Answer,
Yes, where is this man? Where is this man not coming? So you are there waiting for the man, but you're not building yourself. You're not working on yourself. You're not making yourself, you know. So that is when I think it becomes so hard.
Okay.
Yeah. But for an empowered woman, there might be those moments when you feel,
No one is exempt
yes,
from
yes,
this.
yes, when you feel, but it is much softer for an empowered woman.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I want you to speak to a church girl, since you're a church lady. Talk to that senior spinster who feels like all is lost. I want you to, just direct your energy towards them and, help them out. Even if they're not a church girl,
Yes, out there.
Yeah.
Well, when you feel you've reached that point that you're a senior spinster, when the community is looking at you as a senior spinster, when the community, the people around you are looking at you like you are going to grab their men, in fact, they're hiding their men from you. They are hiding their men from you. When you feel you are in that position, the best thing is to look at yourself. Who are you? What have you become this far? And where would you like to become where you are going now? Discover who you are. First of all, go back to the manual.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, when a phone develops a technical problem, you go back to the manual. That is why a phone comes with a manual. You go back to the manual and look, where did I go wrong? Where did I press instead of pressing this side? So we go back to our manual, which is the Bible, and you ask God. You get it from the Bible. Discover yourself. What was God's original intent for you when he brought you to this world? Nobody has just been brought to this world to perish like that. There is something that there is a question here on earth that only you can answer. Only you can answer. And you need to identify that. You need to find somebody to help you identify that. Once you have identified it, that person should help you also to know how to develop it, because it is something that you've not been carrying all along, you've not been using. When it is a new thing, you need somebody to help you on how to use it. So when you identify this thing, let somebody hold your hand. That is when we need mentors. Mentors are very important in our lives. We need somebody to hold your hand and to show you how to work it out, how to make it work for you and for others. So once you've been taught this, you are good to go. You are good to go out there now. Let the man come and find you developed. Let the man come and find you. I'm almost going to quote Orie Rogo, the late Orie Rogo Manduli. Let the man come and find you a total woman. A total woman. Yes. Yes, let him come and find you a total woman. And that one adds value to you as a woman than waiting for the man to come and make you. Let him find you have made yourself. You are already made. Yes, let him find a complete thing. And so let him Google, let him look for what can he add, because you are already complete. You are a total woman. So don't give up. God's timing is the best, and God always has the right person for you, no matter what age. No matter what age.
So age
ain't nothing.
It's no hindrance.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
No matter what age.
Okay.
Because right now, the way I'm blending with this man, you know, this my loving husband, the way I'm blending, and the way he's also behaving towards me, the way the energy he's releasing towards me, I'm those of, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, you know. So I look at it and I say, God's timing is, don't give up. Never give up.
Yes.
Never. Hata watu waseme nini, don't give up.
I think giving up is the beginning of death.
Yeah, you are dying already. Yes, you are dying already. Don't never ever allow anybody's opinion to take place in your life. Don't give them a chance.
Into unnecessary decisions.
No. You only rush because you don't know yourself. Yes. So you are trying to please others, trying to find yourself. Yes.
Finding yourself through others instead of finding yourself
self through you. Yes.
Through you.
Yes.
Okay. Now that you help women, you mentor them, I want you to share your handles and where they can reach you. Should any woman out there be needing help, be needing counsel, so maybe a senior spinster wants, you know, to come and lean in for strength. How do they find you? Where do they find you?
Okay. Well, for now, my Facebook page is Mary K. Peace. Peace is my covenant name that I was given by the Holy Spirit to always bring peace to a woman who is in trouble. When you come to me, we speak and you leave that place feeling peaceful. Hallelujah. Yes. So my Facebook name is Mary Peace K, and Instagram I'm not there, but we have our Kingdom Life Mentorship Institute page. It is just Kingdom Life Mentorship Institute. Yes, you look for that and you will find us. Our church, Kingdom Life Gate Church International, is also on Facebook. And my number is +254 729 316 159. Anytime. Any minute, I will be the one to answer. I don't have a PA to answer on my behalf. I will be the one to answer.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mary, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, I sincerely admire your, you know, your openness and your honesty about, you know, the mistakes you've made, even being a church person. And I think mostly why church people are not so ready to share their stories because of, you know, being judged, but you being out there like, I've done it.
Yes.
Yet here I am. It didn't stop me from being what I am meant to be.
Neither did it stop God.
Exactly. Oh, wow. What a show, what a story, and what an ending. I just love Mary's story, and I know this story is going to replicate itself over and over again in other people's lives. And as you have heard, she's told us that age does not stop you from anything. Number one secret, work on yourself. You're your own solution. You're your own answer. And like she borrowed from Orie's word, be your own total woman. Well, that's the end, and I am so happy that you've stayed with us until the end. And as I like to say, thank you so much for your support. It makes every single difference to us. We totally appreciate you. And from us to you, until next time, it's namaste.